The charismatic leaders are the ones who make the history, the ones that we listen. But how they do that?
Confidence.
They have powerful personalities that people are drawn to. Much of that attraction stems from the fact that they exude confidence.
Creativity.
They think outside the box and are afraid to push the limits. While others may see this push risky, the charismatic leaders are the ones leading the way.
Vision.
They are focused on the future and how they can improve. They have a dream and a direction that motivates and inspires others.
Determination.
To achieve their dreams, charismatic leaders set specific goals and work to accomplish them by bringing their team together and working hard.
Communication.
They are clear, articulate with their words, and ensure that each statement has a purpose, which makes people sit up and pay attention.
Charismatic leadership, they carry within good characteristics as they are visionary. It means they look beyond the horizon. They are always trying to find different ways or best way to achieve their positive results. By the way, they are very positive people. They are risk takers. It means that they're not afraid of challenge. They also are very creative. They are good with improvising in a diverse situations, and when they have problems, they will imagine different ways, alternatives to achieve a positive result. They are sensitive people too. In a business environment or in our everyday life, these leaders, they are able to create a very pleasant environment where people can work more effectively with a spirit of a unit, teamwork, and it's possible because this kind of leaders, they can hear others' ideas with compassion, with respect, and people will get more higher self-esteem, and then they will feel more comfortable and confident to realize their work, and it's only will bring benefit for the company or the environment they are. They also are strong communicators. They usually become inspiring leaders who motivate others to embrace their ideas. And also, they are so good to explain issues and things, and it makes people usually to buy the ideas. And as well, they are good to inspire people to follow their dreams, to achieve their personal goals as well.
Hello, I'm Amy, and today I will talk about the 5 benefits for the charismatic leadership. Firstly, increase employee loyalty. Because charismatic leadership are adept at motivating and inspiring employees. It's likely that tech leaders can encourage employment, feel commitment and loyalty. And also, secondly, in leader creation. So the quality of the leader have infectious personality that can spur up and becoming from the employee to the leader eventually. Firstly, a higher productivity. This leader has exceptional skill at gaining the trust and also respect them who they manage. Therefore, the effect of this management style is increase the productivity and better quality at work. Next one is move toward innovation. Therefore, the individual will always look for opportunity to get the better organization and improve processes. This means that the company can always stay up to date on the latest trend and also have a chance to practice. Last but not least, charismatic leadership is established a learning culture because the leaders have focused on growth than punishment. They thinking that the mistake treated as the learning opportunity. So the employment feel comfortable to taking a risk and finding a better solution to any problem and any
Examples of charismatic leadership can be found in religious institutions and political and social movements. For example, Mahatma Gandhi, for example, was a very shy guy. But after he got kicked off a train during a trip in South Africa because of his color, he had an epiphany and he started to speak out publicly about discrimination and human rights. Of course, charisma isn't always a good thing. Charismatic leaders can get people to do evil things. Here are some good examples of bad leadership. Adolf Hitler, for example, he was a very shy kid and he had a lot of difficulty to socialize with other people. But since he got into the Nazi party, he took less than 2 years to become a great leader, and he was a kind boss, if you can believe on that. Napoleon Bonaparte was smart, aggressive, and fearless. Besides his 5.2 height, he also knew lots of human rights, which made him recognize and appreciate other people that work for his army. Charlie Manson was a guy full of hope and optimism. He convinced other people to commit 9 serial murders for him.
Effect and impact. Charismatic leadership is considered to be one of the most successful leadership styles, where the leader creates a vision and the followers are asked to follow and execute the vision. I'll be talking about the examples along with the effect and impact of charismatic leadership in business and professional environment. First example, Lee Iacocca. Lido Antoni Iacocca was brought to Chrysler to rescue the company from bankruptcy. He managed to convince the Congress to give Chrysler a huge loan. Lido Antoni Iacocca was not blessed with natural charisma. Instead, he developed the talent. Second example, Jack Welch. John Francis Welch grew up playing sport. He used the lessons that he gained as an athlete throughout his life. After college, Welch joined General Electric as a chemical engineer in 1960s, and he then raised through the rank and became the youngest CEO in GE's history in 1981. His style of leadership creates a sense of value and pride in the company.
Hi, I'm Aprajita. So far we have discussed charismatic leadership, which was first introduced by Weber, a renowned sociologist, along with its advantages, disadvantages, and some examples. To conclude, I will be focusing on some of the best practices that leaders can adopt. Let's take the example of Julius Caesar. Julius Caesar was not only a great conqueror, but also a charismatic leader in the Roman Senate as well as in the battlefield. He had advisors and friends such as Mark Antony. History often mentions him as a great public speaker who was able to motivate and inspire his soldiers as well as the common public. Thus, we can say that communication as well as active listening are important tools to become a charismatic leader. Another practice is to combine power with warmth. Caesar knew all his soldiers by their name. He never felt like a distant general-like figure to them, but was more like a peer. We can also take the example of Mahatma Gandhi in this case, who not only interacted with great powerful leaders, but also with the common public to listen to their grievances. Often charismatic leaders are consumed by their own charm and idealistic nature. They tend to become arrogant and end up following their own ideology. For example, Hitler. To avoid such a situation, leaders should have a strong feedback system, an advisory system, as well as they should be aware of their own flaws. Another important aspect of charismatic leadership is the use of humor. Though There's no reference in history about Caesar being humorous, but another example would suffice. So, referring to the several speeches by Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., he often employed this characteristic of being humorous. He often spoke of his own flaws with humor, which makes the general public aware that the leader himself is aware of his flaws. To wind up, I would say it's important that leaders keep on honing their communication skills along with active listening. They should combine power with warmth, should have a broader picture in mind, should be practical, should have a feedback system, and not be overpowered by their own charm. They should let their followers develop and sometimes make use of humor.